Good morning again from Thorpe Park. I'm here today and tomorrow for what is going to be quite a big mega vlog on the channel. I've only ever done one of these once before, that was for HYPERIA opening, but this time I'm staying in a HYPERIA shark cabin with this person over here. First ever time I'm staying in a shark cabin, so I'm quite excited to be getting going with it. Of course, we've got 2 full days here on the park. We're not quite in school trip season just yet, so fingers crossed it's going to be quiet. But of course, we're going to head over to HYPERIA first, then maybe, oh, where's my finger going to go? There we go, might go to that lovely intimate stealth there, because Amelia has been on that since the day HYPERIA rolled back. This is the first time she's actually been in a video since that, so you can see she actually goes on all the rides now. Yeah? Here, yeah.
Oh, first one here.
First video here, there we go. Yeah. Nice and clarified.
We've done Chessington since.
I forgot about that one. Right, let's head to HYPERIA. Now, I know I did complain about this ride quite a lot when I last came last week, but we just got a row 10 ride to open up here today. 25 minutes on and off HYPERIA, and that was absolutely fantastic. It's definitely not as smooth as it used to be, but it does make up for it because that air time was absolutely unreal. Again, the queue is only advertised half an hour, but there's a lot of school groups in there, so I think we're going to head down to Nemesis and Stealth and try and get on those. But did you enjoy that?
I did.
It was good. It's the first time she's been on it for almost a month now. Yeah, that is a fantastic coaster, albeit it is slightly rough at the moment. I hope it's a problem that can get sorted in the winter again, but let's head over to Nemesis.
Please hold tight, place your head back and brace yourself.
So we just had I can just try that again, shall we? So we just had a really good back. I can't concentrate. We just had a really good back row ride on Nemesis Inferno. Waited about 10 minutes. Right, the queue's probably about half an hour now, so I think we actually got there at the right point. First time Amelia's done it on the back row. Definitely the best place to do that. It's such a great invert. It's still so intense, punchy, bit short, but it's almost better than Reborn, but not quite. Just enjoyed a lovely little ride on Rumble Rapids. We were the second and third people on that for the day. It was a bit of a late open. Probably won't go again later unless it stays at quite a short queue. I think we're going to head, oh my god, that was bright. We're going to head over to Stealth now and try and get on what is the best Intamin in this park by far. So we just had a great ride on Stealth, and you can't keep me away from Fearless Valley. HYPERIA posting as a 30-minute wait. We're going to go and give this a go. It's just about looping around past where the maintenance shed is. Hopefully it's a bit shorter than half an hour. I think half an hour does seem about a perfect estimation, but I'd love to get a ride as good as we had this morning. Oh, my hat. She did this last time, my hat's just come off. Brilliant, well done. Well fucking done. Row 5 this time on HYPERIA, not as rattly, but it's still not great. So we just had another ride on Rumble after our lunch, just let our food go down, and now we're heading back into the big thrills. We're going to head on to the Swarm, one of only 2 B&M wing coasters here in the UK. It's advertised as a 10-minute wait on the app currently. That looks like what it is about just looking from there. We're also going to have a look at the HYPERIA ducks as well, which I believe have found a new home down here now, although I cannot see them here, but they might be around the back of the island. Get you a few off-road shots of this lovely B&M wing. Had a great ride on the Swarm on row 7 on the right hand side. It's a really good B&M. I definitely still have a love-hate relationship with it, but it's definitely got a lot better this season. Brilliant B&M. So we just had probably what was our roughest ride of the day so far in HYPERIA on row 7. Airtime is amazing, but it's still rattling. We're going to head out to the park now, check into our shark cabin, and then we'll be back in about an hour. Perfect. That didn't work at all. Well, it was an A+ for effort for trying, but I mean, this is a, I know, hopefully, yeah. Have I got the room key? Yeah, okay, that's a good sign I have. Well, I've never actually been in here before. I believe there's some sort of like seating area with some things down there. There's a few more HYPERIA cabins along the hallway here. And there's a great view of Stealth on the Swarm over there. And you can just see it poking through the trees. Is that amazing Mank Hypercoaster. It will be slightly rough now, but we've got about an hour and a half left until the park shuts. So what are we going to do, Amelia?
What are we going to do?
Shall I try that again? As you can see through the trees there, that lovely Mank Hypercoaster, albeit is a bit rough now. We've got about an hour and a half until the park shuts. What are we going to do, Amelia?
Have some fun.
You know what, I can't bother to try again. So it's just turned 4:10 and we're about to head on to HYPERIA again. Hopefully for what is not going to be our last time today, on to row 3. Amazing dispatch sequence. Let's do it. Whenever I've done it since these new seat foundations, it's not been as bad towards the front, so and I can only hope, I suppose. And here comes our train. Just had an excellent row 3 ride on HYPERIA. Definitely a lot smoother towards the front, and the queue's only advertised as 15 minutes, so we're going to take full advantage of it and get on it again. About a 10-minute wait for HYPERIA, we managed to bag ourselves a row 1 ride. Hopefully this isn't going to yet again be the final ride that we get today, but very lucky to be getting on this in row 1 today. This is the first time I've done it since they've added them new seat supports on the front, so I really hope that this is smooth. So he's had a quick go on HYPERIA on the single rider, and Amelia's lucked out. She managed to get herself row 10 while I had row 7. It was still riding really well though, to be fair. Although I would have thought it's probably a lot rougher for her on the back. So to wrap up our day, I think we're on the 4th from last train on HYPERIA on the back row. It was rough, but the ejector air time on that is an absolute, it is an absolute beast of a coaster. And there's the last train going. Everybody apart from row 1 was on the train just before as well, so they're very lucky. Up it goes, up that 236 foot tall lift. I've got 7 rides on this today. It's been running interestingly to say the least, but there's no doubt that the airtime on this coaster is absolutely magnificent. Thank you for joining me from the first day here at Thorpe Park. Although we're not quite done with the actual theme park yet, I'm going to give you a little room tour of the HYPERIA room and probably give you a few little mini clips from our dinner and when we chill out in the evening, and maybe, I think you can actually walk outside the dome to look around the park. Here goes that final train of the day. And Amelia's brought a bear. And with the wings as well. Lovely. Here it goes into that lovely stall. And I will see you when we're back in our HYPERIA room. Right then, so we're back in our HYPERIA themed room here. Amelia's acting as a model for the HYPERIA room. Not doing a very good job.
Yeah, I'm blocking the side.
Exactly, you're blocking the most important thing in this room, which is probably what most of you have actually seen, sort of from the promotional stuff that they released whenever these rooms, it was sometime during last year, I don't really know, to be honest, but this is definitely the best part of the room for me, this amazing sort of HYPERIA sign. We're going to turn off the lights. My camera's lighting is probably going to... Oh, it actually worked. Turn the lights back on.
Oh, should I turn the bathroom on?
Yeah, there we go. That's kind of what the room looks like. It's quite dark because of how I've adjusted my lighting, but that's what the room looks like with that HYPERIA sort of LED wind thing. I would absolutely love something like this at home. Unfortunately, we can't buy these ones here, unfortunately, but it's a really, really nice room to be fair. I've never stayed in one of the cabins before, so I didn't really know sort of what to expect, but there's a few goodies in this little treasure box here. We've got a nice few bits of storage. Definitely works just for the two of us. I think with a family of 4, which this supposedly can take, I think it would be a problem. As you can see here, Amelia's stuff is taking up half of this double bed. So, I think, yeah, exactly, very true. I think with a family of 4, I do think you would definitely, I think it definitely would be tight, but I think for a 2, sort of a special occasion, which we have done it for, because both our birthdays are coming up soon, I think it is a really, really nice room. We've definitely got it on one of the cheaper prices. I would have thought in sort of, I don't know, probably end of April, just after Easter, is probably where it's at its cheapest. It's the, what's the date today? It's the 10th of June. You guys can't see that because my watch didn't focus, but it's the 10th of June. The price wasn't too bad. I think it was £208 for the night, so about £100 each. With, that's on the Merlin Holiday Club as well, which is, if you're a pass holder, you get 20% off. I assume that's the go. Someone's just slammed the door really loudly. I assume that's the going rate for every type of pass holder, but I'm not 100% sure. There's a little espresso machine here with some how-to guide. I will not be having that. And also something else which is really, really cool in this room is this sort of HYPERIA story. I do kind of wish this was something that was told. You don't have to get a hotel room to see the story. I'm sure you've probably all seen this, but I will just scan down it quickly if you want to give it a read. I'm not going to do like a bedtime story readout.
I think you should.
No. Maybe if I have a few lagers later, we might see how that goes, but not now. But I'll scroll that down for you guys. You can give it a little read if you want to. And also, it's a bit wet on the floor at the moment, so I'm not actually going to step into the shower because we both have just been there before we get ready for dinner. But it is like a rainforest shower, you said? It's a rainforest shower, which was very nice, slightly messy. The water kind of went everywhere because I've never used one before. But yeah, overall, this room is really, really good. It's expensive for what it is, considering, obviously, there's no like windows or anything. It's definitely, I didn't really know what to expect for the price, to be honest. I've never done anything like this before, but the aircon is 100% the best feature. There's a little panel there just by the bed. It's probably the best way for it, actually. Very, very nice. And one final thing I was going to show you, actually, is on here, you can't really read it properly, but it says Forge Your Wings, which is something that's plastered about in the ride station, which I think, the attention to detail is really, really nice in it, to be fair. It matches with the HYPERIA theme. It looks nice. There's a TV up there as well, which we probably might use a bit later, but overall, I think this is a pretty good room, to be honest. I hope you've enjoyed our little room tour, something I've never really done before. But we'll head down for dinner now, and I believe we can walk out to where the block points are usually sort of put up in the park. So I think we might be able to kind of walk down to sort of around the beach. We might be able to get sort of like a dusk sort of shot of HYPERIA and have a look at all the other coasters around in the park. But yeah, we're going to head down to dinner now. Nice ducking, there we go.
I'm looking at the duck.
And we'll see you all in a minute. Well, we are first in line for stealth tomorrow morning at Thorpe Park. This is actually quite a cool little look at the park. Oh, look at HYPERIA over there. It's a cool... I thought I could hear something on the chain lift then. I thought it might be close, it's not. Don't think maintenance are fucking about with it at this time. Not yet anyway, but it's a really, really cool little unrestricted... Well, I'd say unrestricted. You come up to where the block points are usually in the morning, which does make sense, but it's nice to get a little like sunset view. I'm sure as you get into like probably late September, like before Fright Nights, you can probably come down here and it'll be quite nice, or maybe end of March, it'll look quite cool. But obviously the sort of time it is not going to get dark till about 10. I'm not going to hang around here till 10. It's only about 8 o'clock. Is it 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
It's 8 o'clock, bang on, perfect. I'm not going to stay around here and wait like 3 hours to see HYPERIA in the night. But from our hotel room, actually, our cabin, it's sort of the perfect line of sight for HYPERIA, so you might actually be treated for that. I suppose on the next clip you'll probably find out. We'll see you in a minute. Good morning from Thorpe Park. Again. It's not even 8 o'clock yet, I'm already at the park. It's like HYPERIA opening day all over again. But this is a... We've actually probably kind of lucked out with where the HYPERIA rooms are placed, because you probably get the best view of the park from where we got HYPERIA just sticking through the trees there, and of course we've got the Swarm and Nemesis over there. We're going to head down to breakfast, got our stuff together, and then head onto park, and hopefully it's going to be as quiet, if not quieter, than yesterday. Bye bye HYPERIA room. Definitely would recommend it if you can get it on a cheap, one of the cheaper prices here at Thorpe. I would 100% recommend it. We're going to go drop our stuff off now at the car and then come back on park and hopefully get to HYPERIA first. It's almost 20 to 11 and HYPERIA has finally opened after another rocky and another late opening. It was testing with closed dummies for a while. It's cold, it is a bit windy this morning. The queue I think is probably going to be about 15 minutes, but there's the second train of the day going round. They've got the whole queue open today as well. But there goes the second train of the day, ascending to 236 feet on this incredible Mack Hyper. So it's just gone, what is the time? 12 minutes, almost 11:15. We finally got our first ride down HYPERIA, row 4. So not the best in terms of, you know, getting yanked apart. It was sort of a middle of the road sort of thing, but wasn't too rough. I think Amelia felt a bit more than I did, but I think we're going to have the stealth now and get on that other hypercoaster here at Thorpe Park. So we had a great ride on stealth, and now we're over here in Swarm Island to head on this lovely B&M wing coaster. So we just had a good ride on the Swarm, and we're just having another progress update with the HYPERIA duckies, which are basically the Swarm duckies. Now, to be honest, it's great that my camera just deciding is not to focus on them at all. I'm surprised that they stay like right underneath the 0G roll here, to be honest, because obviously it's quite loud. It's got that B&M roar, but yeah, HYPERIA duckies growing now. So in about 15 minutes I'm about to get my second ride on HYPERIA via the single rider. About 15 minutes ago I walked straight onto row 7, so I'm very, very happy about it, and now I'm going to get another ride on row 4. I can't wait for this. So we've just had 3 rides on HYPERIA, and I think about 35 minutes all throughout the single rider in rows 4, I can't remember. I sat on the train somewhere. But I think it was 7, 4, 6, I think.
I did 10 and 3.
Amelia did 10 and 3. She missed out on the one in the middle because I think the rattle is starting to get to her a little bit. So I don't blame her. But
No,
we're going to get...
chronic illness.
We'll give it Hyperia a little bit of a miss for now, and then maybe come back here in a little bit, get back on this. It's about a 50-minute queue at the moment. We've still got that fast track we need to use from the hotel as well. We just had a great lap on Nemesis Inferno on row 5, and I'd say it's arguably probably more intense than the row 7 ride we had yesterday. This great B&M is still running so well. We just queued about 35 minutes for Hyperia and got an amazing front row ride. Very smooth on the front, very, very intense, and that airtime is unbelievable. So we just had two, I would say, very, very good rides on Stealth. Been there for about 10 minutes, used our fast track from the hotel, managed to get to go around twice. Very, very lucky because one of my friends was on there, was nice enough to let us go around twice. Sat on the front the first time, amazing. I forgot how good that is on the front. And then we sat on road for the second time round, it was really, really good as well. Not sure where we're going to head now. We've still got 3 use left on the fast track and the Hyperia one, so we've still got quite a lot of options. And also the in and out, we've got unlimited fast track for the last hour as well. So I'll give you some more price shots wherever we head up to next. They couldn't keep us away from Stealth. Those last 2 rides are so good that we're kind of in a little bit of a rush to get around everything else we want to do. But we're going for a 3rd ride on Stealth. Only a 15-minute queue, but I think we're going to try again with our fast track because it has not been scanned at all today. So I think this is going to be our 7th go with that like 5 ride fast track.
This will be our 5th.
This will be our 5th, I think it's maybe our 6th, I don't know. But we've used that fast track more than 5 times now, or I have used it 5 times. And it hasn't been scanned, so we can't complain. So with our Hyperia fast track, we managed to bag ourselves another row 1 ride. The 2 row 1s in a row. We are so lucky. I'm so pumped for this. I can't wait. My 70th ride on this as well. It's going to be amazing. So we were sat outside about 10 minutes waiting for Hyperia's final train of the day, and at 58 minutes past 4 it's just gone down. They basically got only a few minutes to try and get this back up. That might have spoiled our plan. What we're going to do is wait out the front here and just wait and see. Hopefully we can get one more lap on this incredible Mack Hyper. So it's been well over 10 minutes since park closed now, and they finally decided to put test dummies into Hyperia. We're not going to go on it again to end the trip, which is a real shame, unfortunately, but to be fair, our last run it was a front row about an hour ago, so we can't really complain with that. It's slightly annoying, but I think even if we did get in the queue, I think we would be waiting for a while, because the fact that they're putting the dummies on makes it look like it's a problem. They probably don't want to risk it valleying again, so they're just going to, the train's probably gone cold, so they're just going to send it around with dummies just to sort of get that thing going again. But yeah, it's really, really annoying way to end it, but to be fair, we've had I think 14 rides on this now over 2 days, which is very good, so we can't complain too much. So then, in typical Hyperia fashion, Hyperia has availed us for the day. As I said in that last cup, I think it's going to be a while until that ride is going to be going up anyway. My guess is maybe the wind has picked up a little bit, so maybe the wind alarm at the top of the ride is going a bit haywire. They've added test dummies onto the train now, they filled them, so it looks like it's going to be a while. They're probably going to be emptying those out. I would highly doubt that's going to be open in the next half an hour probably, and we're in a bit of a rush to get back today. So unfortunately it wasn't going to be the perfect ending trying to get that last train of the day for this trip, but to be honest, we've had such a really good time anyway that I don't think it matters too much. For us, I'm not it's not like we haven't been on HYPERIA today and we were saving it till the end. We've been on it 6 times today. We've done it on the front twice.
Yeah.
Amelia's done it on the back. Like it's been riding interesting to say the least over the last few days. But to be fair, I still say I adore that ride. It's still so good. The airtime is amazing, and I think we've actually had a really, really good time on everything. Yeah, Colossus definitely wasn't at his best when we went on. We did a quick little ride on that about an hour ago. It was not great. Nemesis was running really well today on the back. Stealth was running amazingly today. So we've got on a lot of stuff there. I think we've done 28 rides, I think, in the last 2 days, which is pretty good going. It's not been the quietest, but it's also not been too busy either. But yeah, this is probably going to be an extremely long video. I have no idea how long it's going to be, but I suppose we'll probably find out when I get into editing. But if you've come to all the way to the end, I'm sure not many of you have. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share with a friend, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified when new videos come out. It really, really mean a lot. I'm trying to get back into weekly uploads again, of course. It's quite difficult with working as well at the moment, but we're trying to do it. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me and Amelia. It's been really, really good fun, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. I'm covering your face. Go say bye.